What's going on YouTube? I'm Evan, this is Marksman Trading, and welcome to this day trade recap. Today is February 20th, and it's a solid red day, unfortunately, in both the, well, it's a small red day in the stock account, but it's a solid red day in the futures account through Apex and the prop firm account. It is an eval account, but, I'm still trying to get funded. Haven't gotten there yet. So we're down 182.50 in the prop firm account, and we're down $7.18 in the stock account. We took one trade on Apple today in the stock account. We took two trades in the futures today. And I did a lot wrong today, unfortunately. Did a lot wrong, so it could have been a completely different day. But anyways, let's get into it. So here's Apple. The entire market was moving down today. Apple kind of popped from open, tested previous day's close, fell off of it, and just flushed. Kind of made a couple legs lower. And then down here, as you can see, we had a double bottom and like a higher low. Well, I got in off of this higher low. So I saw this demand zone, which I need to see. So I was trading at a key level. I saw this green demand line right here in the 5-minute. And yeah, so my criteria was there. I took a starter because I didn't feel like I was right in the trade because the market was still pretty heavy. But I did take this higher low. Just a starter size though, 3 shares at 180.56 up here. I was scaling in according to a hard stop of like 170.96 because I'm trading or risking to the next whole dollar level of the level that I'm playing. So I'm playing this demand zone, the high of this demand zone, and the next whole dollar level below 180.20, like 20s would be 180. So right below that would be 179.96 is how I've been kind of playing these, or scaling into these trades. And so we came back down, had a triple bottom right here, scaled in a little bit more on that dip after I held the triple bottom. And then once I thought the market was going to move higher, which that's where I was wrong on, the market did not move higher. When I scaled in, the market popped up at 1027. So I was like, okay, I think the triple bottom's going to hold. I'm going to go in full size. I'll trade it around this level. If it stays heavy, I'll stop out below 180.26, but my hard stop loss would still be the 179.96. The 5-minute was looking decent. We had some wick bottoms on it at 10 o'clock, and the 1020 candle looked decent. And so I was looking for that to hold. That's why I went full size, scaled in. But as you can see, we actually flushed and held below it for a while. And I was looking to see, are we really going to move lower? Are we going to stay heavy? And so that's when I got out at 10:36 because I thought we would stay heavy. And we stayed heavy below this level for actually 14 minutes. But it never would have hit my hard stop loss of 179.96. And so, unfortunately, we really shouldn't have stopped out. I'm making it like a hard rule now. Any trade I take, even when I'm full size, if it's on a stock trade, I need to set my stop loss, my hard stop loss, to the next whole or half dollar level below the level I'm trading against. So if I respected that, we would have missed, or we would have been in this entire move back up to VWAP, and that would have been maybe a 1 and a half hour trade up to here. At least 1 hour up to VWAP, and that would have been sized. And so, yeah, unfortunately I screwed that up, but I got that now written down in my edge in my playbook to have these whole and half dollar level stop losses. Secondly, we actually missed a plus setup on Apple right here. I like a setup I call the flush so-called retest, FSHR. And basically it consolidates, flushes below it, surges right back above it, holds that level, and then rips higher. And it's an A+ setup of mine, but I've never seen it consolidate this long below like the consolidation level. So that's why I didn't take it at 1047. I should have. I was also just scared. But I got this recorded and logged along with the rest of them. As you can see here, I have pictures of all the different examples of that setup. So now I know I can take it even when they consolidate for that long because the thesis is still the same. And that would have been, I should have double sized on that trade because it's A+ setup. I don't think I've seen it lose once or it's lost once, but I didn't have any recordings of it in my playbook. But anyways, so that was Apple. Let's go to the NQ. So the NQ, I took one acceptable loss on it, and then I took one bad loss on it. So we kind of popped from open, like I said, rejected previous day's close, previous day's low, and flushed right from the highs right down to the lows. We had a solid bottoming tail candle. We had this increasing volume here. We had bottoming tails. We had this kind of green engulfing candle at 9:45. And so I took half position. It's hard to take starters on futures or even MNQs when my risk level is only $100 per trade. Because it's just so wide that even if I take one MNQ, it's easy for me to risk like 50, 60 bucks instead of like risking just like $15 or something like that. I really can't do it. So I did go half size because full size was 2 MNQ contracts. I took 1 MNQ contract. My stop loss was too low of this candle, but I just wanted to make sure it would stay heavy below it. So I didn't stop out right away. So the first trade we took a $73 loss. So not a full $100 1 hour loss, but still kind of a heavy hit. But that was an okay trade to take a loss on because we had our edge, right? We had the demand zone, we had the price action, we had the bottoming tails, we had the green engulfing candle, we had the demand line on the 1 minute. I believe we also had it on the 2 minute as well. Let's see. 2 minute, I think it was forming on the 5 minute. So the 5 minute wasn't completely bullish, to be honest. I've been trying to work on that lately. But I think it was still worth taking. It was still within my edge. So that first loss was acceptable. Second loss, however, was not, and I'll explain why. So I stopped out here at 952 once it kind of flushed below that flush candle that stayed heavy below my stop loss, below that wick bottom. And so it popped right back up, and I was kind of anxious, right? Because this is like, of course, the first time I can get size on an M&Q trade, I stopped out on. That was kind of frustrating. Well, it wasn't really size, but it was still more than my other starter positions that I've won on recently. And so I was definitely kind of on tilt a little bit. It kind of popped back up. I went long here for kind of trying to take the V shape again at 954, and scaled in even some more at 956, holding once it closed above the 1 minute 9 EMA. But as you can see, we stopped out of that too. And so I had a hard stop loss on that because I was fully scaled in to that position. I really shouldn't have been though. For one, the main reason why is because we had U.S. economic leading indicators at 10 o'clock. And I made a rule to not trade within 10 minutes of market news, and I broke the rule today, unfortunately. So, and then I kind of just, it wasn't in my mind when I got in, so I didn't actively break it. But then once I noticed, it was like 957, I was like, oh shoot, I forgot I'm in this trade. I'm breaking my rule. I should have just exited and just taken the profit. But I was just too emotional over the first loss, and I ended up stopping out. So yeah, we had U.S. leading economic indicators at 10 o'clock, and I didn't follow my rule there. So that entire loss, which was $109.50, that could have been completely avoided if I just followed my rules. And today would have been completely different. So anyways, that's the day trade recap for today. Not too eventful. I know it's been a while since I posted a recap. I was down in Florida for a while. I was hoping to make some videos down there, but I just didn't get a chance to. But we had some solid trading down there, thankfully. We had a few good M&Q trades last week when I got back. So yeah, it's all right. Definitely a good learning lesson for today. Just, follow your rules. I'm going to be working my playbook and my edge layer today, kind of refining it. But anyways, thanks guys for checking this video out. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. God bless. Peace.